This is the inaugural episode of the FTS podcast. I'm a family physician in Surrey, British Columbia. I'm the head of family practice at the hospital where I was born. That's weird, eh? So we're going to pick up my first guest ever. She is a change agent. Be fired up, passionate. I don't know if I made a wrong turn here.
Continue on to
Feels right.
Avenue.
Yes, I did. Am I on a one-way street?
You are on a one-way street. I won't tell anyone. Wow, that's a setup.
Thank you so much for joining us. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Who am I? Good question at this hour. And late at night, who am I? My name is Jana Buhlmann. I'm 49 years old. I'm the mother of an almost 14-year-old girl. I'm a federal employee. I'm the wife of someone who died. And I am now a patient caregiver advocate, which still feels a bit like, can I really say that?
I've found myself in a place where I seem to be connecting with a lot of healthcare system leaders, or people who at least self-identify as such, and who are trying to improve our system to make it make more sense to them, to make their lives and careers feel more rewarding. Fuck the silos. Let's get together already.
Yeah, I mean, if I think about coming in to talk to a healthcare professional about a problem that I have, the first thing that I want is an opportunity to express it such that I feel like someone's actually listening to me. Sometimes I've had these dig my heels in kind of moments where it's like, no, it's just about my managing my health and you give me information and I make choices. Thank you very much.
I think that health professionals have to acknowledge that often two minds really are better than one.
I don't know. I guess I'd be curious as to your perspective on that. When you have a patient that comes in that really sticks to a choice that you just know is not going to be good for them. That's a choice.
That's a choice. And I think everybody has the right to choose what they want for their body. So my job, I see the end of my job is providing all the options and always keeping an open door, saying, if you come back, if you change your mind, if you read something, please come back and let's talk about it, and we can always change. But
sure.
I support you in your decision.
Again, the onus is on the patient too, right? If they don't give the physician a door, you're not going to have this conversation.
I could never spell it, but
I can spell Czechoslovakia really fast.
Wow. Do it now.
CZECHOSLOVAKIA.
ENCYCLOPEBIA.
Oh, we have a shared skill. Tell us a little bit about your experience. Is there a shift in there along the line that was really personal in terms of when you started to practice?
As a young child, I grew up with a father who was in a lot of stress, and in his stress, he would bring a lot of that stress home.
Okay.
And so I lived experiences where a lot of my own autonomy and my rights were removed from me at a very young age, and in a way that was disruptive and traumatic. So having lived that experience, I think it kind of primed me to be empathetic and considerate. So you have a lot of big things coming up. You were saying to me earlier on Twitter that I cannot get sick.
And I am.
Some patients want, hey, you're the doctor. I've had so many patients say, don't ask me, you're the doctor. Please don't ask me.
How do you feel about that?
That is a horrible situation to be in, because that is a huge responsibility. Resistance to medical assistance in dying comes from that pessimistic viewpoint that physicians who help with that, they don't actually care about you. They're just interested in the funding that they get from helping you die, and
the money that the system saves?
And they're going to save the system money.
That came up. It's a byproduct. It's not a goal, right? Nobody's like, let's, ooh, look at the money we can save. And so what we should spend more money and by making people suffer?
If someone wants to live you do not want to get the cheap option when the expensive option that works better is available. Like in Canada, at least, we've done our best to try to remove economic benefit. Being a physician who works in the hospital, we see so many people suffering, and we see that suffering, and we're impacted by that suffering, and we often ask ourselves, what is the point of the suffering? And often it is the family members of the person who is sitting and suffering does not want that person to disappear.
And what I would love is to see us begin to have dialogues with younger people about death. You know, with children, to normalize it. Thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you.
Super
Thanks
awesome.
so much for taking all the time.
For sure. We've been talking about this for a while, so when you said it, I was like, yes!
Thank you so much, Jana. That was an amazing discussion. I know it was really long, and I'm sorry for the audience. Actually, I'm not sorry. You guys got freaking awesome information.
If you enjoyed that trailer, don't forget to click the thumbs up and subscribe. You can find the link to the full-length episode in the description below.